Yo, what is up, everybody? Ceresco back again. Another chapter, the horror story, Red Heart, written by Jacob Harris. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying it so far. Remember to like, comment, and share. Chapter 8. That night, as she slept a deep sleep, Manami had a dream. It was the first dream she had in many nights, but it wasn't like any other dream she had before. It almost seemed to Manami that she was dreaming Sayaka's dream. Sayaka was playing in the very room Manami now occupied. She was no ghost. She was a real, living girl. Even from her room, she could hear clearly her parents yelling at each other downstairs. The saddest part of Sayaka's reaction to the plethora of foul words and insults was that she looked used to it and merely continued to play as a normal child would. Unlike most of their arguments, however, this one took a drastic turn for the worst. The sound of glass breaking caused Sayaka to freeze. Never had a fight gotten so heated between her parents. Then there was a sound of flesh striking flesh and her mother's loud wailing. The moans of Sayaka's mother were extremely short-lived.
"If you ever put your hands on me again, I'll kill you.
I'd like to see you try.
I'll make you regret ever putting your hands on me. I'll take everything away from you. Do you hear me?"
How do you know what's precious to me? You want to know what's not precious to me? You. I don't need you. When Sayaka's father left, her mother became detached from her. She would spend most of her days at home drinking and smoking. Even with the beautiful day outside, the curtains were always closed. The life the house once had was completely gone. On one day, Sayaka decided to cheer her mother up. She found her mother asleep on the living room couch, though it might have been more of an alcohol-induced stupor.
"Mommy?"
she said in a gentle voice. She had been scolded many times before for making too much noise, so even when she wanted to wake her, Sayaka made sure to use as small as a voice as she could do. Sayaka's mother awoke. Her eyes were bloodshot, and her breath could be smelled from a sizable distance.
What time is it?"
She asked, not paying her daughter any attention. As she usually started her day, Sayaka's mother lit herself a cigarette. When she finally paid Sayaka attention, it wasn't at all kind. "What do you want?" Sayaka presented her mother a picture she had drawn. It was of their house. Standing out front were three people. One was Sayaka, one was her mother, and the other was her father. "I want to give this to Papa when he comes home." Let me see that. You did a good job drawing your Papa. He has a small neck because he doesn't have a backbone. On her way to the kitchen, Sayaka's mother tossed the drawing on the floor. Later that day, Sayaka took to her room to draw more pictures for her mother. The furniture was different, as were various other objects around her room. There was no mistaking it. The room Manami now occupied was the same one that belonged to Sayaka. Sayaka enjoyed how her mother had complimented her previous work and concluded that she would enjoy more, though what Sayaka's mother had said was more of a jab to her philandering husband than praise for her daughter's work. Having run out of paper, Sayaka began scanning the room in search for more. Realizing there was no more, the girl decided to picture on the wall would last longer than a picture on a piece of paper. She took her red crayon and began drawing a heart on the wall. Eventually, Sayaka's heart was nearing completion. When she finished it, she was going to call her mother to her room, but there would be no need to. Sayaka's mother unexpectedly paid a visit to her daughter's room. "Hey Sayaka, what do you want for lunch?" To keep her mother from seeing her heart, Sayaka blocked it. What's that behind your back?" It isn't finished yet." "What did you do?" Her mother then pushed Sayaka out of the way to reveal the red heart on the wall. There were a few spots here and there that needed to be shaded in, but the damage to the wall had already been done. "What have you done? Didn't I tell you not to make messes around the house? You know we can't stay here. We don't have any money. Now how can I show this house when you've drawn on the wall? Who wants to buy a house with a heart on the wall? Tell me, who would buy this house now?" So desensitized to yelling was Sayaka that she didn't shed a tear. Most children her age would have broken into a wild fit of sobbing, but Sayaka remained calm. "What do you have to say for yourself? How are you gonna make this better, huh? Are you gonna clean this up? Of course not. You never clean anything up. All you do is mess everything up, and I'm the one who has to fix it." "Sorry." "No, you're not. You're not sorry. You're never sorry for what you do to me." The words that were meant for her husband became weapons against the only victim Sayaka's mother had left. "Well, don't just stand there. Clean this up." Sayaka made no effort to clean the heart off the wall. She remained perfectly still, her gaze still fixed on the floor. Getting on her knees to be eye level with her daughter, Sayaka's mother grabbed her daughter by the shoulders. "Look at me. Look at me." When her daughter refused to do as she was told, Sayaka's mother wrapped her hands around her throat and squeezed as hard as she could. "Why won't you look at me?" As if just then, realizing what she was doing, Sayaka's mother released her grip, but it was far too late. Sayaka's young life had been ended by her own mother's hands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is the end, chapter 8.